Hey girl, how are you doing? Laundry is slowly building up here again. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Everyone's sleeping but me. It's been in a really thinking mood lately. Just thinking. Yeah, every single one of them is sleeping. They had off today for Martin Luther King Day. I guess that was today. You know, I've just been thinking, but I just can't let it. Good evening, word. I've been in a thinking frenzy all day, yesterday and today. Just thinking. But life moves on. Damn, the shirt is stained. It's not stained. It's not stained. So what did you cook for dinner? The kids had a 4-day holiday. 4-day weekend. Not holiday, 4-day weekend. Off Friday, off Saturday, off Sunday, and off Monday. 4 good days. Amen. Everything would definitely be better. Hello, Emperor. Overthinking is never good, even though sometimes you can't control it. Hello, Palvin. How are you doing? Ah, no, I was asking, what did you cook? I'm doing okay. I was asking, what did you make for dinner? The kids had frozen pizza. I had some leftover food that was in the refrigerator. Boiled some white rice and had some leftover food on my sauce that my mom sent over. So those are the two things we had. Hell no. The more homeless people for me to give that money to. Hell no. A lot of homeless people that need winter coats. I guess it's a cryptocurrency or something that I saw online that it's trending. It's a cryptocurrency. What did you have for leftover dinner? What did you have? Oh, Jesus. I had bitter leaf soup and white rice. I thought it was bitter leaf soup, but it's not bitter leaf soup. Apparently, it's alcohol. Good luck to you. I'm good. That's what's gonna make me rich. I don't want it. You're a much better person than I am. Rice and turkey wings is really delicious. I was definitely being some stuff is not worth it in my book. Yeah. Where are you watching from? I can't pronounce your name. Word. Where are you watching from? God forbid. Sorry, I hope your daughter is doing much better now, my dear. I'm sorry. The Bronx, New York. Okay. Did it snow in New York yesterday? Did it snow yesterday in New York? I'm in Pennsylvania and we got about 5 inches, I think. 4 to 5 inches of snow. Oh, it snowed yesterday. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good if you like snow. I stayed indoors. I'm not interested in that coin, Emperor. You can buy it. I got better things to do with my money. Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not interested in that coin. There's a lot of other coins I could buy, and that's not one of them. I can't come here and pretend that I'm going to buy it. I already told you guys I don't like Trump. I'm not buying anything associated with the likes of Trump. But you're free to buy it though. What inspired me to go live? Nothing. Just turn your camera on and go live. Just turn it on and go live and, you know, just as is. I don't. I think you need like 500 or 1,000 subscribers to be able to live stream, and you can just turn it on and go live. That's all you gotta do. I don't know. Carly might tell you. I don't know. Carly probably knows how much it is though, but I don't know. The only reason I saw it is because I went to Google something online, and no, I went to check my email, right? I went to check my email, and something popped up on my email. My spirit just don't like him, Parvin. Just don't like him. And I have a very strong spirit. Just don't like him. The people that I just don't know why I don't like, but I don't like them. I went to check my email because I trade stocks on one platform, and so every day they send you new stocks and stuff that just got listed on your site. So when they sent me that one, they said it's a new coin that got listed, and that's how come I knew about the coin. So I just click exit because I wasn't interested in the coin. My husband, on the other hand, will probably buy the coins. Kevin probably would. But uh no. You can buy it, Emperor. Go ahead and buy the coin. It might yield you millions of dollars. Might cash out big. It might turn into the next gold mine, right? Bitcoin. Might yield you some good returns. Uh, this is Kevin's shirt. I think you can buy it from outside though. I don't know. There are people that are not in America and they do exchange cryptocurrency. I don't think you need to I don't think you need to be in America to trade cryptocurrency though. I don't believe so. I've heard of people trading it outside of the US, so it's not only a US thing. I know it's a US stock market exchange. Maybe you need someone in the US to set up an account for you. I don't know how that works. I would try first though. I think you need in the US you need your social security number. But I came across a content creator one time that said they knew a guy in Nigeria who owned 5 Bitcoins. So I don't know. Mm, so I don't know, that they say he owned about 5 Bitcoins. But I would look into it. I come across lots of posts that say things about you can trade stocks, you can buy stocks, you can buy Bitcoin, you can they have apps. You can look into it, but be careful though so you don't fall into the wrong hands. I'm sure you can trade cryptocurrencies where you are. I've just never met anyone who has been able to do it. But my kids cleaned the house today. Doesn't look spotless, but it looks okay. And Addie said she was extremely tired after she got done cleaning it. She said, "Now I know how you feel when you clean the house, mommy." I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly how I feel when I clean it. I feel tired, worn out." Yes, Forex trading, that's what it is. What is Forex trading? I don't even know what that is. I've seen so many posts about it. What is that? Is that cryptocurrency? Or is that a certain coin? I've come across that, but never I've never really questioned it. Okay, so you can trade you can buy any coins into Forex, right? It's a company. Who owns a company? Who owns a Forex company or app? Who owns it? I got a lot of laundry to fold. Got chapstick. So do you just go on there, create an account, and then you start buying coins? Mm-hmm. That's how I knew you could trade cryptocurrency from any part of the world. You didn't have to be in the US to be able to trade it. Try to look it up or maybe start small since you're interested in trading coins. Just start small and see how it goes from there. took so many naps during the day. That's why I said you have to research it now. You have to research it so you can be able to buy the coin. That's the only way you can buy the coin. You're gonna have to research it. So you can be able to buy the coin through the app. Hmm. You cleaned your friend's house and she says she can't clean other people's house. Huh? I don't know. I guess there's some people like that. Um, I don't have a problem in helping people clean your house. I hope Jaden is okay, Carly. I don't have a problem in helping people clean your house. If I have a friend and I see they're struggling and they need help to clean it, if I'm not tired, I don't mind helping them clean it. The way my kids were screaming all day today, I wanted to come on live stream. I was just like, I can't take it. It's too much screaming. Yeah, he's at that age. He's at that age. All you can do is try. You know, Maddie was like that too. She still is like that. All I do is try my best. You know, she still is like that. I just try my best. That's all. These days, I don't even sweat it anymore. I do what I can do and I leave the rest for God. Oh, you clean people's house for a living. Okay. I thought you were just helping a friend clean your house. I didn't know you were cleaning it for a living. Damn, Maddie's birthday is almost here. Wow, she's going to be 3. Her birthday is almost here. See, I'm so clueless. My mind is just so clueless these days. Don't beat yourself too much about it, you know. Parenting is hard enough as it is, so just do what you feel is the best. I used to, time really does fly. I used to stress myself so much and worry and tell myself, No, I'm not having a party for her. Mm-mm. I don't even know what yet I'm doing. That's nice for you to do it as a side hustle. Um, that's really nice too. That's really nice what you're giving Jaden. Maddie's not getting that though. Um, I don't know. She'll probably just get a cake. You're getting him two cakes, right? Hello Noah. Maddie will probably just get a cake, not even two cake. Normal size cake for her. We'll sing happy birthday. Maybe later on we'll do something. I don't know. Maybe try to plan a trip this year based on how things go. Three cakes to represent his third birthday. That's also nice. Up until 10. Is that a tradition? Is that like a cultural thing where you double up the amount of cakes they get for your birthday every year until they turn 10? Or is that just something that you do? Is it a cultural thing or just something that you do? Oh, your mom used to do it for you. Oh, so every birthday she gets you double the number of cake when she turned 10. That's really nice. I think that is so unique. So it's a tradition that you're passing down to your kids. I can imagine having 10 cakes. Now, were there 10 mini cakes or 10 big cakes? That's a nice tradition. That is a really, really nice tradition. Childhood memories that you'll never forget. And thankfully to God, you're able to pass it down to your kids. Well, thank you, Ward. And may God bless you too. It is true that our kids remember the littlest things we do. Regular cake, like half a sheet. A regular cake, half a sheet of cake, or a full sheet. Full sheet would be a big cake. What do you guys do with the rest of the cake? Are you able to finish it all or no? Full sheet. Jesus. What do you do with the cake? Do you eat it? Do you guys eat all the cake? I stopped buying full sheets of cake. I started buying half because I realized that for buying a full sheet of cake was a lot. That's a big cake. You give it to the guests to take it to go? Oh boy. That's a lot of cake. My daddy sucks. Oh, okay. That's a lot of cake though. I like vanilla cake with cream cheese icing or filling. I like vanilla with cream cheese filling. Crazy enough, I love the Costco cake. Some people say it's plain, but I love Costco cake. To me, it tastes really, really good. You know, I love Costco cake. Pineapple in the middle, or the only store bought cake I've ever really liked is Costco. I also like pineapple cake. 10 cakes for my baby girl. Oh, you expecting a baby girl? I know you have a baby boy. You expecting a baby girl? When you have a baby girl, you have 10 cake for her. Congratulations. Coco, go. Congratulations on the baby boy, on the baby girl. Good morning, Mary. What is back to sender? This girl, you're so funny. Oh, Lord. You are so funny. She said back to sender. Don't you want another kid? You do, but your finances, I know you want to give them the best of life, right? Or at least comfortable. Give them life so that they'll be really, really comfortable. I don't even know how to answer that, girl. But if you want to, I would say go for it. Don't let your finances stop you. Because you know, they say the older you get, you start to experience fertility issues. Um, Baby Theo is sleeping. If you want to, don't let time be on your side. Just go for it. How is it in Pennsylvania? It's cold outside. I haven't been outside yesterday or today. It snowed yesterday. I didn't go out. I didn't go out today either. Yeah, if you want to have your kid, go ahead and have it. Don't wait too long. It is true what they say when you wait till you're about when you get to like the 34 age range and so forth. I don't know for other people though, but I know for me, my pregnancy was with my son was the hardest compared to all the other pregnancies I've had. It was really really challenging. Pregnancy with Theo was so challenging. God forgive me, but there were times where I even asked God to take it away. It's like I didn't want it anymore. It was so hard on my body. I couldn't sleep. I could not even talk for long without getting sick. I could not yell. I could not walk. I'm telling you, it was just hell. But I'm grateful to God that He's here today. Right? I'm grateful that He's here today. But it wasn't an easy journey. It wasn't easy at all. If not for the fact that Pennsylvania, moving out to Pennsylvania, it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful state. It's nice. There's some places that are affordable. I don't know much about New York. I've only been to the airport. I've never actually been to New York, so I don't know much about New York. But some places that are really quiet. Yeah, I saw Hal with my son. He's sleeping right now with his pregnancy. Some days when I feel so down, I just feel out of my luck. I'm just like when he cries and cries and cries, and I just mentally I can't take it anymore. I'll put him down and he'll look at me and he would just cry and cry, and I'll pick him up and I'll just give him a really tight squeeze hug. I was just like, just remember everything I went through with his pregnancy. And remember the day he was born. I was just like, is this the same kid? I asked God to take the pregnancy away. I would try to sleep. I could not sleep. I was just felt like I was dead on the inside. Everything I ate just made me so weak. Just spit and spit and spit and spit. I would go for appointments with my aunt. I would sit down, and then when I go to stand up, can't stand up. Sometimes I would just be walking up and down a doctor's appointments, right? Because I didn't want to stand still. Because if I stood still, my legs would just be stuck and I would have no control of my body. Someone will literally have to come pull me or kick my leg for me to be able to move again. It was really hard. It was really hard, right? Pregnancy is not easy. And my last was really, really hard on me. It was so hard. I just wanted to sleep. I just wanted to sleep. I've never felt less of myself pregnant. I just wanted to sleep. They'll give me food or eat and that is it. As soon as I struggle, I put food down. I'll feel so nauseated and I will sleep for hours and hours at a time. You guys won't believe it, but there were times in that pregnancy, I said it before, I asked God to take it away. I was like, I can't do it anymore. Yeah, you're not gonna find that here. Not even for a one room. For 615 to rent, utilities included. Unless that's like a subsidized housing or what do they call that? An elderly home. I don't know, but in this area, even in the city itself, Can't even find a one room anymore for 600. Before my late mother-in-law passed away, and she used to live in just like a one room or an efficiency, which is just like an open space, kitchen, everything in it, right? Bathroom, just everything in efficiency. And they were asking her for $700. 725. The cheapest you could find was 700, and no electric or anything included in that. Nothing included. And her social security was not even enough to pay it. So together with her boyfriend, they had to combine the social securities to be able to pay it, pay housing. I mean, pay the electric bill and other stuff. It's a two bedroom. Oh no, not for a two bedroom in Pennsylvania. At least not where I live. I'm sorry. Let me not speak for the entire PA. At least not in central Pennsylvania. You won't get that for 600. A two bedroom. Mm-mm. My sister lives in the city, and I think she pays about eight something for a two bedroom, and that's just for the rooms. No apartment included. America is very expensive, very. Um, and where I live, which is not, the suburbs, but yeah, 800 for a two bedroom apartment. It's not the suburbs, but it's outside. It's the outskirts of the city, and it's. I think one time my sister was trying to get an apartment. They have one apartment around the neighborhood where I live. She was trying to get an apartment, a two bedroom apartment. They said $1,800 a month. I'm like, that's more than my mortgage and taxes included. 1,800 a month. I was like, whew. That's how much we're asking to rent an apartment around here. I was like, huh. And houses will go for about 23 to 25. If someone were to rent your house out, it's $2,300 or $2,500, and electric, all that, utilities are not included. Yeah, that's more than my mortgage and taxes. My mortgage itself is actually like nine something, 950, 943 to be exact. Oh hell no, girl. My mortgage is 943 a month, and the school taxes, insurance brings it to about 15. It used to be 15 something. It used to be 15. It used to be 14 something. And then school taxes go up every year. Then it went up to 1,500, and then insurance went up, and then now it's like 1,569 for the mortgage. Um, yeah, it's about 1,569 now. School taxes, insurance went up a little bit. I tried shopping around for lower insurance, and insurance is just ridiculous. Everyone is trying to, insurance companies are trying to recoup all the money they lost during COVID-19, and so you're pushing all the bill, on average people to pay for it, which is always the norm, right? Big corp pushing down the bill to average people to pay. So yeah, we bought our house. Uh, I forget when. I think when we bought our house, about a year or so later, COVID hit. I think it was it 2018? I can't recall when we bought it. Yeah, it's not expensive, girl. This house is like a steal. My insurance went up. It's like a steal. The mortgage, and with all the land that's on it, it's really, really affordable. If we were to put it for rent, put it out to rent it, we could rent it right now. Rent in this neighborhood is going for 23 to 2,500 for houses. If we were to rent it out, we'll be making about 23, 25 just for rent. And that's for a 3 bedroom. But this is like a 4 bedroom, so you could probably easily charge $2,500 to $2,600 to rent the house out. And it's in a really good school district too, which is always a bonus because a lot of people with kids look for a good school district, which is and place for kids to play. So the house is just really situated in a really nice place. So when I count my blessing, I count the house because access to the park is not that far, it's just back there. It's like a private park, but it's not private because it's public. It's just the way the property is situated. So anyone with kids will really like it. It sits off the road. It looks like it's right there by the road, but it's off the road. And then there's so much land in the back for kids to play with. 2,900. Oh hell no! With my cheap ass, you think I'll pay $2,900 a mortgage with my cheap ass? Oh hell to the no! I'm moving to a trailer park before I pay that kind of money. Yeah, God is your strength, Mrs. Ward. So keep pushing. You bought yours during COVID, yeah. So you bought your house during COVID when the housing market crashed. We bought ours before it crashed, right? And if I had money, my next door neighbor, who was a fire chief, was also selling his house, a 5 bedroom house, right? I didn't have the money to buy it. My income and Kevin's income could not finance the house. I pleaded with my family members to buy it. My mom, she said no, and I was like, please buy it. That's when they were like calling for COVID. We have something about to hit, something big. And I'm like, please buy this house. The fire chief and his ex-wife, right? Ex-wife now, yeah. They bought the house together. So um, it was like an investment property for them. So when they bought this house, him and his ex-wife, they got divorced, and they said part of the divorce proceedings, the house was only in his name. So like he didn't need the house, he didn't need the money. He said, I don't need the money, I'm a fire chief, I make good money, I have my own house that I bought after the divorce. And he was like, this was an investment property for myself and my ex-wife. And he was willing to sell it, right? The house was worth like 200K at that time before COVID hit. And he came to us and he told us, if I sell this house for what it's worth right now in the market for 200,000, I only owe 140,000 on it. My ex-wife and I have to split the proceeds, 70,000. I hate her guts. I came home and I found her in bed with another man. If you guys can buy it, I'll sell it to you for 130. Break even with the bank. I don't want a single penny on top of it. I could not buy it and I cried. I could not buy it, girl. It was a 5 bedroom. It's a beautiful property. And he wanted to give it to us for 140. He said I owe about 130 something, right? Even it 140 so I can sell it. And if there's $5 left on top of it, I can tell the judge this is the proceeds of the house. That is what I got from the house after taxes and closing costs, and we can both share the $5. That's how much he hated his ex-wife, right? Caught her in bed with another man, and then she went and got married to this man, and then wants her ex-husband to sell the house and give her half the proceeds of it so she can take it and go with her new husband. He goes, I would die before I see her get a dime on top of this house. But we couldn't buy it. We had just bought this property like 6 months ago. And I carried my hands on my head. I said, God, I wish I could finance the house. I would have bought it, right? Girl, you would have made a steal from that house. Like, I was so angry. I was just like, why, God? Why? So since we couldn't buy the house, he sold it to a retired veteran, a U.S. veteran, and his wife. They bought it, so he sold it to them for like 160, I think, 160 or 180. He gave it to them for 180, but he was willing to give it to us for what he owed the bank. He's like, you guys are a young couple. It could be an investment property for you guys. I just want to get you guys started in life. You can have it for a steal. I'm just like, but I don't have the money. I didn't have the money, girl. So yeah, as soon as he sold the house, right, COVID hit. 6 months after he sold the house, COVID hit. The value of the house doubled. I was like, ah! Ah! The value just like it skyrocketed. Like, damn it. Oh yeah, it skyrocketed. Just like our house now, when we bought it, we were so blessed to buy it when we bought the house. And after we bought the house, like I said, a few years after that, COVID hit. And when COVID hit, the value of this house also doubled. Like just with a lot of properties, it doubled. I was like, oh God. I asked my neighbors, I said, you selling? They're like, nah. I was like, that could have been my house. I just didn't have 140 grand. Hi. In fact, the red couches we have in my sunroom, the fire chief gave it to us, right? When he was moving, was getting things out of the house, and the little beer refrigerator we have in there, he came one day. At first when we moved in, he wasn't talking to us, and I said to Kevin, I said, he's got to be one racist prick. He doesn't speak to anyone. Like, I'll wave good morning to him in the morning, and the guy would just look at me and look away. I was like, oh God, I moved into a racist neighborhood. They say there's always one, right? It's like, good morning. It's like, just look the other way. And then I didn't know he was going through a really, really bad divorce, right? So one day we sat out there. I sat out there. He walked over to me. He goes, hi. I was surprised. I looked around. I was like, you talking to me? He go, yeah, I'm talking to you. I was like, that's the first time you've spoken to me in 6 months since we moved in here. I always waved hi and looked the other way. And so he apologized to me. He said, I'm really sorry. Then he opened up and he started talking, and he goes, I've been going through a really, really. I was shocked. I was shocked. I was like, and he was a redneck. I was like, God damn, redneck was talking to me. After 6 months of living in the neighborhood, now you want to talk to me? He said, I'm sorry. I didn't, I meant no disrespect. I've been really going through some really, really tough time. I'm going to really, right. Yeah, he was heartbroken. He was heartbroken. So he explained everything, and Kevin came home. He goes, I met your husband before. You guys are a really young couple. I said, yeah. He was telling me about his kids, and Kevin came out. We started talking. He apologized to us. And then I told him, I said, I thought you were racist. I got a big mouth. I said, when I said hi to you, you didn't answer. I immediately thought, good, he's one of them. He's racist. I said, I didn't care. I'm still gonna stay here. This is my damn house. You can't do nothing to me. I'm just gonna stay off your property, right? But he wasn't racist at all. He was just going through a really tough time. And then the following day, he said to us, he said, explained everything. That's when he offered us the house for a steal, but we couldn't buy it. We didn't have the money. We're just a young couple, just starting out in life, and we didn't have it. We were just blessed to be able to get this house then, because we weren't making much money when the bank approved us for this house. So we just felt really blessed to get this one to begin with. But no. And that's when he was like, you guys can. The next day he said, he came over the following day actually. And then he was like, you guys can come in. I want to show you around the house. Hey. It's nanny stuff. The next day he's like, you can come in. We came in and he showed baby Theo is awake. Let me put this stuff away and carry him. He showed us around the house. It's a beautiful house, 5 bedroom. It's like a castle in there. It has a wraparound porch. This thing is beautiful. Right? It is beautiful. And he was like, you guys can come in. We came in and he showed us everything. And he was like, take whatever you want. I'm like, I looked at Kevin. My sister-in-law was around that time. She looked at me. We looked at him. He was like, what? What do you mean take everything? This are your stuff. He goes, no, I'm moving. I'm selling the property. He instantly offered us the house for a steal, but we didn't have the money to buy. I didn't have it. My sister-in-law wanted to buy it, but she didn't have the money because she was already tied into another mortgage and she couldn't mortgage another property. And we were just like, oh God, why is it that blessings are coming when to just, But he gave us those red couches that's in our sunroom, or what is now considered to be the play area for the kids. Your lazy boy gave it to us, gave Kevin. He said, you guys can have whatever you want. You can take the couch. He offered us bedroom furniture, but we turned those down. We're like, nah, we're good. We got bedroom furnitures. And offered Kevin a beer fridge. Yeah, you can put this, in your little man cave. Man cave. That's now Auntie's room. So, but we took the beer fridge and we took the lazy boy red couches he gave us, and we've had them ever since. We never bought those. The fire chief gave us. But yeah, my next neighbors now, they're nice. The wife is nice. The husband is okay. He doesn't talk much. He's not. The wife is a chatterbox. She talks. She's very friendly. She's very outgoing. The husband just really says hi. Talks much more when it's like Kevin or a male or something. I don't think he really likes to talk much with women. But the wife always comes over. Hi, Winnie. How you doing? That baby pillow right there. She gave it to baby Theo. Baby Theo's awake. I gotta go get him. But it was really, really nice. Theo, I'm coming, honey. Theo. Okay. Baby Theo's awake. Say hi, I'm awake. Say hi, everybody. He's awake. See, he was sleeping, but he got up. He's been learning how to walk in his walker. We put him in his walker and kind of like use his leg and use his body to push, and he's learning to grab onto the things and push it as he goes. So he's using his leg muscles to try to move around. Hopefully by the time he's one, he would just get up one day and start walking. I tried teaching him how to crawl. Hello, Ogechi. I tried teaching Theo how to crawl, but he doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. But no, cheating's never a good thing, and that's what ended his marriage. The wife complained that he was always working. Um, she had no companion or anything of that sort, and he was like, I was working to provide for the family. I've seen situations where the husband works a lot, the wife complains that you're always working, you're never around, blah, blah, blah. The husband stops working, and then the wife complains that we're struggling financially. It's like, I guess in a sense, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? Yeah, Theo and I are awake. It's like, damn you if you do and damn you if you don't kind of thing. I have to fold this still. Can't really fold it with you in my arm, so just have this big blanket and these two sheets I need to fold. I need to fold this ones too, but all these ones I can only fold when you are sleeping. Maybe I can put you down and fold it because I don't want to let anything just sit unfolded. It's a chubby little thing. Staring at the TV screen like he knows what he's watching. I'm gonna try to put him down and see what I can do. But yeah, girl, you know, that property just went like that. Next time, hopefully, if things ever get that way again and I see a house for a steal, I'll show you. Right. Amen. Thank you. Just do what we do the best. I just do the best I can. Just do the best I can. That's all you can really do, you know. It's my dream too. It's one of the dreams I was having the other day, and I was just like, um, he's got more hair than you or me. This is fake. I'm sure you're talking of Theo. This is fake. Ugh. Bless you. Bless you. I don't want to stand for 4 days, so I'm doing it like this, and it's not straight. Bless you. You got boogers coming out your nose. Here comes the struggle. Me now trying to clean it, and you're gonna cry. Sorry, you're coming to pick Violet. I need to go check the door. She's sleeping already. No wonder I heard someone knocking on the door, and I'm like, who is that? I guess it's Eddie. Brandon! Brandon! I gotta go upstairs. Hey, Eddie! Ah, shit, it's cold. I didn't mean to curse, but it's cold. Yeah, it's you're here to pick Violet. Violet's upstairs sleeping. Brandon! Maybe he can help me open the door.
You call me?
I don't like cold. Yeah, can you please open Addie's room and Hi, Eddie.
Hey, how you?
Can you please open Eddie's door and wake Violet up into her? Eddie's here.
You there?
Yeah, he's right here. How you doing?
Freezing.
You're freezing.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 7 degrees.
7 degrees. Is it
Hey.
that cold
I'm
outside?
getting big already, you know? I don't know what it is. I'll tell
I
you
heard
what.
someone knocking, but I thought it was my
No, I
imagination.
told Craig to call you before I got here.
Yeah. No,
She
I
did.
forgot that Violet was
8
here.
degrees.
Oh, wow.
It's freezing.
It's 8 degrees outside. Hey, Miss Nasha.
Freezing.
It's 8 degrees outside. Yeah, I heard the knock, and I was like, it
No.
can't be Auntie. It can't be
I told her to call
Brandon.
you.
Then I forgot you were supposed to pick Violet up,
That's
but
all right.
it's all right. He's gonna bring her downstairs.
She's sleeping at home right now.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
Sorry I got late.
You know there's a 2-hour delay tomorrow.
Is there?
Yeah, I texted her. I don't know if she saw it. What happened?
She just let her sleep then.
I know, and now you're gonna wake up and
Is
take
she
her.
up already? You want to let her sleep?
It's up to you.
It's up to you. It's your house.
No, you
I
decide.
think she should just sleep. I don't think you should wake her up because then Clint doesn't have to pick her up. So I can even pick her up or take her to school.
It's up to you.
Fine.
Means that I have to get to the bus up to 10:30. So what do you want her to do?
I don't care.
Huh? Should I bring her? Hi, honey.
Hi.
Were you
Oh,
sleeping?
she's up now. Let's go.
Were you sleeping?
No.
No.
What? Why not?
What were you doing?
She was gone. She was sleeping.
You were sleeping. You said you weren't sleeping.
Oh,
You
she's sleepwalking.
are you?
Go get your stuff. Hurry up.
You're
Let's go.
sleepwalking. Get your jacket, honey. Sorry.
It's all right.
She's a good sleepwalker,
Hi, babe,
though.
how are
She
ya?
said, "No, I ain't
What they
sleeping."
want to do? That's all I know. That's all I know.
What do you know?
What they want to do? I know chop. I know what chop is.
You know what? What?
Chop.
Chop. Chop.
Yeah, eat.
Are you
Chop.
are you
Food.
trying to speak broken pidgin?
I knew a little bit and I forgot it.
Chop.
Chop.
What does chop mean?
The chop.
To
Eat. You gotta know that. Oh, which one call taught me a little bit. It's the other lady. The computer lady.
Favor.
Favor. She's
Okay.
nice. I like Favor.
Which other one do you know?
Oh, I can't remember.
He said chop.
Sometimes I hear her and her friend talking. But
Carson-
I like Favor. Favor's
Carson
nice.
can teach
Favor's
you.
smart.
Carson knows some.
Carson and her son too. Awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome knows a lot. Violet, do you know pidgin?
Violet knows none of it. Nothing.
Can you understand it?
No.
No, she doesn't even care.
You don't understand it?
All she understands is this.
Money. Money is good.
Please it's so
Money
cold
is
out.
good. Yeah, yes, your sweater. And Winnie has enough laundry to do.
Yeah,
Don't
I'll
add
take
more
it.
to my load.
Let's go.
Bye.
See you, Winnie. Thanks.
No problem.
Did you listen to Trump's speech?
No, I don't.
You should.
No, I won't.
He's getting rid of the gangs too. Well, you should. We don't
I'm
need
surrounded by Trumpsters around
we
me.
don't need gangs. Yeah, we
Huh?
don't need gangs in the country. You know.
Bye,
See
Eddie.
ya.
Bye. Every time Eddie comes here, he preaches Trump to me. Bye. God damn, girl, I can't get away from it. I live with one, my sister's dating one. Like, damn. Eddie's trying, though. I'm trying to lock this door. I got a husband for a contractor, and my door needs a special kind of treatment to close up. I'm telling you, man, I can't get away from it. I'm married one, sister's dating one, sister-in-law's one. Like, geez, I look left, I look right, I look forward, I look backwards. Like, God damn it, people, leave me alone. Eddie in particular, though, he's so sweet. Every time he comes around, he's like, Winnie, have you heard what Trump said? I said, no, Eddie, I couldn't care less. You should care. I'm like, no, I don't. He comes over again the following day. Winnie, have you heard this? I'm like, Eddie, leave me alone. But I like them, though. They don't take it too hard, right? He just understands it. He doesn't take it too hard. But what was I talking about? Well, I was talking about the nice house we just lost. Like, he is. Eddie's a chatterbox, but he's a really nice person. He's nice. He Huh? Yeah, Violet came over to play with Addie today. Not that her mom wasn't home. Her mom was around, but she was just bored. And she said, you know what? She said, I want to go play with Addie. Right? The what guy? Are you guys talking about the inauguration that happened today? I'm sorry, unfortunately, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I told you before, I don't know how to pretend. I love you all. I respect you all and your various viewpoints, but I didn't watch it. My husband did though, and he made sure to play it really loud on his phone. Kevin made sure to play it really loud on his phone. I was just like, Kevin, I'm watching a movie. He goes, Winnie, you made me watch Joe Biden's. You're listening to Trump's. I'm like, oh God, I ain't got a choice, do I? I didn't watch it, but I listened to it because Kevin played it really loud. I was just like, oh boy. But no, Eddie's a good person. Every time, every time, every time. Hi, Theo. Mommy's done folding laundry. I'm done folding laundry for tonight. There's not so much laundry to be folded. Baby Theo, I have you over there. I don't trust leaving you by yourself, so this sweater and the likes of it are gonna get hung on something. On the bright side, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to the championship. They made it to the championship. No, Gaethje Constance, I don't. They made it to the championship. My children cleaned the house. Right? They cleaned it very, very well. To the best of their ability, right? Politics is one of those things that some people take it so much to heart. It's like religion and abortion. Right? Like the other day, I was talking about three controversial topics: politics, religion, and abortion. Very controversial. I remember one time in college, right? Remember one time in college, I wrote a paper about abortion and I wrote a paper about politics, right? It was a back and forth with the professor. The professor didn't like my thank you, Wilson, didn't like my stand on abortion, didn't like my stand on my views, right? She didn't like my views on politics. It was a she didn't like my views. So because we have a discussion forum where students will post weekly online studies. Yeah, we have a discussion thing where people will post. The kids do help. It's just they help in cleaning, that they don't do a good job. And I have to scream. It requires me screaming so much and getting a headache. So she didn't like the stance I took, and it just seemed like the discussion was just going over and over. It just the conversation just kept flowing. It was coming and coming and coming and coming. We were talking about different presidential candidates, and I posted my, just like with every research, right? If they said black is black, white is white. Someone else might tell you, white, I see a shade of yellow in it. I see a shade of gray in it, right? People have difference in opinions, which is perfectly okay. And respect it, right? You agree to disagree and you just let it die. But this professor did not want to let it go. She even got snobby with me. She even got snobby, but she forgot one thing. She's a professor. She works for the students and she works for the institution, right? You don't have to like my views. You don't have to like my opinion, but you have to respect it. I respect yours, respect mine as well. She didn't like it, so she got snobby. So I reported her to the dean of the institution. They went back and they looked at the messages and they had to call her to order. And they told her I had every single right to voice my opinion. I presented evidence, I presented research, right? She presented her own research to contradict my research, and I presented my own research from the institution's library, right? So they went, they checked everything was good. She just didn't like the point I stood on. She hated it. I was like, I didn't understand it. I was like, but I respected your views. Why can't you respect my own views? So she got snobby. Right, publicly on a public discussion board with other students. It became a heated argument. She refused to back down, and I refused to back down. I was like, for $3,000 I pay per class, you will respect my opinion. You are the professor. I'm entitled to that opinion. I'm entitled to my viewpoints. You're not going to silence me. So we just kept going back and forth, and I was respectfully disagreeing. I kept it professional. She kept it professional, but in the end, she threw shades at me. So then I had to take it to the higher ups. They went back, they reviewed everything, and they had to pull her out of that class. They told her that she's taking her personal views, right, and she's bringing it. What was the words exactly they told her? Theo, hold on. Got a boogie flowing down your nose. They told her she needs to learn to separate her personal life, right, from her professional life, right? And people are entitled to your viewpoint, right? Which I personally, I don't care what views you have. I listen to it. I respect people's views. Like with Eddie. Eddie doesn't care. When he came here, when President Biden was in office, there was this other guy my sister dated in the past, when President Trump, and this is funny to know. I'll have you guys know that I do like Mike Pence, the former vice president, the former VP. I liked him. I liked his personality so very much. Where is the all right? Respect people's views and then just let it go. But abortion, politics, all those things, right? The world is so divided, right? It is so divided. I keep telling people, don't be pressured into believing one thing. If you believe something, stand firm, stand true to it. That's perfectly okay. Don't let anyone influence you. You're entitled to your views. You're entitled to your opinions. The world is so divided. It is so divided that it's not even funny. Not everyone might agree with you, but I just want a world where people's views will be respected, right? Yep, agree to disagree is the motto. Just agree to disagree. That's all. Agree to disagree. Some people even get angry. They'll want to pull AR 60, what is it? AR 67? 65? I don't even know what it's called. Just like with religion, right? I don't agree with everything that they preach, And the way that some people practice religion, I don't agree with all of it. I am a Christian, but I respect people's views, right? I respect your views. There are people that believe that, especially in Africa, I have family members that when a loved one is addicted to alcohol, okay, they believe that a man of God, if you go to a special church, right, and you sleep there for 5 days, 3 days, and they'll do prayers on you, they'll do some sort of cleansing and the likes, right? And all of a sudden, it's going to change, right? You just stop being an alcoholic and everything will change. And those are some people's views on religion. But I disagree with it. I believe that prayers works wonders. But if someone has a problem with alcohol, I believe they need drug and alcohol rehabilitation. Right? I'm not saying you shouldn't pray and ask God to intervene, but I believe they need drug and alcohol rehabilitation. And there's also another church, okay? Yep, front and back. There's also another church that they go to if you're having marital issues, right? There's this pastor that they castigate. They always say he encourages women to leave your marriage. He breaks up marriages, right? But the man does not. He thinks like a psychologist. If you go to him for counseling, your husband is abusing you, your husband is beating on you, right? And you know what he does? He would tell you it is better for you to live alive than to stay and die all in the name of marriage. Seek counseling. If counseling doesn't work, leave. Your life is way much better and safer. You don't deserve to die. No one should die in any marriage, right? And he's a man of God, and that's exactly how he preaches religion to his members. But there's certain members of my family that don't like him because they say anyone who is married and goes to his church, anyone who is married and goes to his church who end up a divorcee. I'm like, really? Right? Really? So if your husband is abusing you, if your husband is pounding on you every night, coming back home drunk, just stomping on you, refusing to give you food money, disgracing you left and right. So you should just stay and put up with all of the beatings, right? Because your marriage and the Bible preaches against divorce, right? Yes. That's exactly what they told me, right? He doesn't believe you should stay and get hurt. And a lot of Africans hate him for that, right? Some people love him, some people hate him. When you go to him, he counsels you as a man of God, and he also speaks to you like a psychologist, right? He tries to understand what is happening. He's going to tell you, I can't fix an abusive man. I can try to recommend treatment, counseling, church counseling, but if that doesn't work, my dear, leave for your mental sanity. You don't deserve to die. But some people don't agree to that. So you see how divided the world is? No, the world say you stay there and stay quiet. Don't say anything. Why are you going to him? You're a man of God. The Bible says thou shalt not divorce, for better or for worse, to death to us part. Until you die, that's when you're separated in marriage. That is how some people practice religion. Winnie, I don't agree with that. The day Kevin will put his phone on his pound of flesh on me, I will leave. I don't believe in abusing or hitting women and all the likes. I will leave. Forget of what the Bible says. I'm not here to influence anybody, please. I am not also here to serve as no role model to anybody. So let me put that disclaimer out there. I am just sharing my experiences, my views, not the views of others, just my own views, right? And I'm not trying to disrespect anyone's religious views, anyone's beliefs. And they're like, I'm not trying to, maybe I should not even talk about this because politics, abortion, and religion are three topics you should never discuss. And I just discussed one of them. Oh Lord. Before they come attacking me and say Winnie's encouraging women to be divorced and to leave. High rare intentions. uh Congratulations. I'm definitely happy for you. We have a family member, okay? We have people in my family who are addicts, okay? We have it. One actually threatened to kill my kids. And to be honest, you're in jail because they violated a restraining order. I have an active PFA order. But before I took those extra measures to protect myself and my children, I was shamed for it. I was hated for it. You don't do that to family. Really? Really? So it's okay for family to show up to my house, key my car, right? Threaten to kill me and my kids. Huh? It's okay for them to send threatening messages, suicidal messages, threatening to blow up my house. It's okay for all that to happen, and I'm not supposed to act up. Year number one went by. I tolerated it because my family made me to feel like you're just supposed to forgive. You're supposed to let go. It's family. We can work it out. Year number two, I could not sleep. I would sleep and I'll wake up and look around. If I hear sounds, I'm thinking someone is coming to blow up my house. I even had to alert the school authorities. Please do not let anybody pick up my kids from school. If I don't call you, you don't hear my voice, do not let anyone pick up my kids from school. I had to do things like that. And it got to a point where I got sick of it. Addiction is a really, really bad thing. I got sick of it. So finally woke up one day and I told my mother, I said, I can't do this anymore. I cannot go to bed at night and be afraid of my own shadow, right? I said, my children panic when they see this family member. And you guys allow it. You allow my children around this family member when you know this person doesn't like my kids. They want to kill my kids. They hate me so much, they want to kill my kids. But I'm not allowed to call the police. I can't press charges. I can't file a PFA. I'm just supposed to allow it just die off behind the scenes. So I woke up one day and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I had text messages upon text messages. I blocked them. They would go to other family members to get the messages through to me. And I couldn't take it anymore. Called the cops. I went to court and I filed a PFA. I was hated for it. You know what? I didn't care. I didn't care. And I said to myself, if anything ever happened to my kids and I never took those measures, I would be held responsible. They're my kids. I gave birth to them. It is my responsibility to protect them. See, when you're married, right, and you come from a family, especially an African family, us Africans, I'm African, I was born in Africa. Us Africans, we believe a lot that a lot of things should be shoved under the bed, right? Don't let nobody know. In fact, put it in the closet, lock it, and just don't let it get out. That's the mindset that a lot of Africans believe in. And then on the other hand, I'm trying to obey that aspect of it. And then I'm married to an American, a white again for that matter, who has a different upbringing, believes differently. Yeah, I'm being threatened. My kids are being threatened. They're gonna kill my kids. They're gonna blow off my da 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 da. They're keying my car, right? And I was just like, Kevin is pushing me. You have to file a police report. You have to say something. He tried. They won't listen to him. The cops will ask me, would you like to file a police report? And I'm like, I have nothing to say because I'm trying to protect family. I don't want to say anything. But for 2 years, I lived with that guilt over and over again. What if something happens to my kids? What would I do? Who am I really trying to protect in the name of family? I gave birth to these kids. I'm supposed to protect them first, right? So I'm saying this publicly. My family watches me. They know I don't bite my tongue. And finally, I got the strength and I called the police and I said, I'd like to file a police report. Oh, 9 and 10. That's amazing. I got up one day, I picked up the phone and I said, excuse my language, F all the African upbringing they gave me. I am not hiding anything again under the bed. I'm not locking it in the closet anymore. I'm going to speak out. I've had enough of it. So I spoke out. I called the cops. They hated me. Cop caller. They labeled me the cop caller, right? I'm the cop caller. Don't play with Winnie. She's going to call the cops on you because I called the cop. Yes, I got my brother locked up for threatening to kill my kids, right? And does he struggle with mental health issues? Yes, he does. But even after I went to court, right? Got the PFA order, everything was signed. I signed everything. I did all this to protect my kids, but I was labeled a cop caller, right, in the family. She's gonna call the police. Oh, be careful. She's gonna call the police. I didn't care anymore. I got to a point in my life where I was like, I don't care. If you like, call me a police caller. I don't care. As long as it protects my children, I don't care. So I went to court and I sat there. A part of me still felt something for him because it's still family, it's still my brother. I pleaded with the DA. They're gonna lock him up for 3 years, send him upstate. I begged the DA and I said, can you please offer him mental health counseling, right? Put him on probation, drug and alcohol or something, put him on probation, drug and alcohol. Have him go piss and have him you know, yeah, I know you're bubbling up. I'm just not trying to curse. I said, can you recommend mental health counseling, drug and alcohol rehabilitation? This is me still trying to keep my brother out of prison, even though family has already labeled me this cop caller, but I didn't care anymore. I locked him up. Winnie locked him up. Winnie messed up his life. Winnie gave him a record. Like, okay. So they heard everything. The judge heard everything. The DA was like, we don't want to recommend drug and alcohol. We highly recommend jail time. I insisted. I said, please, I'm asking for drug and alcohol. I'm asking for mental health counseling, not just for me, but for my mother, right? I said, please. My mother gave me her approval to do what I did. She said, I support you. You have to protect your children. But I said, a part of me still feels like she's hurt because he's still her child. He needs help. He needs mental health counseling. He needs drug and alcohol. Oh, God. So I did all that, right? And you know what happened? Hello, Zainab. We went before the judge. They had me sit in this private room. So he went up there. And the DA came back. Kevin was there with me. Kevin also went along. The DA said, you have a really good sister. After everything you did, she still wants to see you get help. He had no remorse at all. So your sister doesn't want to see you go to jail. She wants to see you get the help that you need. Our department does not recommend this, but your sister pleaded and begged that for the sake of her mother, she would like to recommend drug and alcohol. She's pleading for drug and alcohol treatment and mental health counseling. Right? The judge okayed it and gave me a PFA for 3 years. Okay. All he had to do was check into his probation officer, keep a job, do what he's supposed to do, go for mental health counseling and the like. And guess what happened? Stay away from me, stay away from my kids. None of that. None of it was done. None of it. He didn't do any of it. So he violated it the first time. They picked him up. They gave him a warning. They gave him a strike. He did it again the second time. They called me and they sent me a letter and asked me to come to court, right? For the sake of my mother. I didn't want to see my mom get hurt, so I didn't show up for court. I still stayed. I didn't go. I told my mom, I said, I don't want no parts of this. I'm tired of this. It's dragging on. The deal was like, if you don't show up in court, he's gonna walk away. So I didn't show up. I asked my mom, I said, what do you want me to do? She said, it's up to you. So I didn't show up, right? I tore the letter, I threw it in the trash, I never showed up. He showed up in court, they dismissed it because I never showed up. And so the judge gave him another warning and said, the next time you come before my courtroom, right, it'll be a case between the state of Pennsylvania versus you and no longer your sister. And guess what happened? He showed up again the third time. And this time, I didn't have any say. I didn't have any control because I refused to show up the first two times to court. So the state of Pennsylvania decided to pick up the case. And they were like, ow, ow, ow. The state of Pennsylvania decided to pick up the case and they made the decision and they locked him up. They called me and they told me the outcome. They said your PFA order has been extended. We're letting you know he's going to serve, 6 months in jail. After 6 months, he'll be off parole, but your PFA order still stands. So I try to keep him out of jail, right? I did everything I could to keep him out of jail. But he still didn't get the mental health treatment he needed. I wanted my mother to get her child back, right? Because as a mother, I hope that if any of my kids would ever get like that in life, someone would give them a second chance. I wanted my mom to have her child back. So I was like, he needs mental health treatment. He needs drug and alcohol counseling. But he never showed up to any of them, any of it. So I was like, he said, but sometimes family will push you, man. Family will push you to do things that you don't want to do. They will push you and make you feel sometimes like it's your fault. Let it go, let it go, let it go. But you're the one having sleepless nights every day. It got to a point where, sorry, guys, I got boogies rolling through my nose. It got to a point where I would even go to my mom's house to visit. And if I was at my mom's house visiting, they'll have to lock the doors, right? They have to lock the doors at my mom's house just to make sure he doesn't show up there. I mean, we'll go to your mother's house to visit and the doors are all locked, the blinds are all put down like you deadbolt, lock the top, lock the bottom, lock all the back doors. If anyone knocks on the door, I'm panicking. Is that him showing up? Because it's still his mother's house. I always have to call ahead of time. I can't just pop in there anytime. Like, nowadays you don't even need a license to buy a gun. You don't even have to go register it. You can get it off the street. I mean, this is someone, that had lived with me in the past and I knew had a gun. I've seen them with a gun before. So when they say, I'll come blow your brains off, I'll blow your kids' brains off. If I can't get to you, I'm going to get to those stupid things that are important to you. My kids. Oh, God. So sometimes, right, you have to disobey family for your own protection. So I do understand drug and alcohol. I understand addiction. I understand all those things, right? But I also understand that a lot of people who are going through addiction have caused family members, loved ones, so much pain. Sorry, guys, I have to change the. He's got a wet diaper, he's trying to fall asleep. They've caused family members so much pain. Can you imagine for 2 years? Hello, Precious. For 2 years, you just keep putting it off. Like, I don't want to hurt my mother. I don't want to hurt my family. We Africans, we don't call the cops. We blacks, we don't call the cops, right? We just handle it. Yep, your enemies are very close by. Right? We blacks, we never want to call the cops. Something happens, someone gets shot in the black community. You're like, did you see anything? The police shows up. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I'm laughing, but it's not funny, right? It's not funny. I didn't see anything. It's just like, but why though? And then people are getting hurt. You just can't say anything. You didn't see nothing. You can't say anything. So I just got to a point where I just said, you know what? I'm going to keep to myself. Any family member who hates me for putting my sibling in jail, I maybe one day, I don't wish it for them. But if they were to ever experience it themselves, sorry, I don't want to show Theo's goodies online, so I'm going to turn this around. If they were to ever experience what I experienced, maybe they'll have a different outlook on it, a different view on it, and they won't be so judgmental about it. It's easy for someone to tell you that let it go. It's family. It's not a big deal. Let it go. Right? You see your kids panicking. Like, Theo, give me this. Let me change it. But I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about before it got to that. Yeah, I got into some. Someone said something about addiction. And then we got into that. But yeah, you gotta protect you. You have to do what is important to you. Right? It's either you do it to protect yourself or nobody else will. No one will protect you. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yeah, you just have to. You just have to. Yeah, well, you're right. And I understand it to a certain degree when family members, when loved ones are on drugs. I definitely understand it to a degree. They cause so much hurt, so much pain to their loved ones. But if given the opportunity to change, sometimes they say the demon is bigger and stronger than them. The demon is mightier than them. You're fighting this demon. Um, this boy doesn't like wet diapers. Sorry guys, I'm gonna now put you guys here. I'm gonna pop the boobs in Theo's mouth and feed him. But you just have to do what you have to do, right? And I also had a sister-in-law, right, who also did something similar. Family member on drugs, burned down your house because they were trying to help. They were trying to help. They had nowhere to stay, and she offered them a room in your house to stay, and she was renting out the other rooms in the house. They just kept destroying the house, kept doing things that they were not supposed to do. When she asked them to leave, to set the house ablaze, to burn your house down. They ended up burning your house and caused so much damage. And guess what she did? She filed a police report. She got them charged. And so many members in the family hate her for it. They call her a cop caller too. They called her a cop caller. Ay, ay, ay. You don't do that to family. Really? So when it happened to me, I was like, but family doesn't do that. So for 2 years, I put up with it, right? Because I was like, family just doesn't do that. I was having sleepless night. I would talk to her and I was like, but family doesn't do that. She said, Winnie, you have to protect your kids. You gave birth to those children. No one's going to protect them but you. I'm like, but family doesn't do that. I was like, but family doesn't do that. She goes, if you don't do it, they'll continue to hurt you. You need to put a stop to it. I was like, but family doesn't do that. Then when I woke up one day, I decided to do it. And she said to me, she said, you know what though? Yeah, yeah, they said cop caller. They said, oh, be careful. You're going to call the police on you. So when they called me a cop caller first, and I was like, yeah, we need to put him in jail. Okay. At first, it hit, right? It hit me for a while. I felt bad for a little bit. And then I got to realize sooner or later that family causes you the most pain, right? Because your family and they feel it's okay and you're allowed to do it. Family will cause you the worst pain in this world. Yeah, I'm feeding you here. Family will cause you the worst pain. They will hurt you and hurt you and hurt you, and you will just let it go because your family. So when it happened to me, I called her on the phone and we were just talking, and she said, you can't change how people think about you. You can just continue to be you and just live, right? People will always have a view, an opinion of what you are. But all that matters is that just live your life. She said, how do you sleep at night ever since she took that decision? I said, I sleep good. I feel safe. I'm sorry. I said the messages stopped. The threatening messages stopped. Threatening phone calls stopped. I didn't get phone calls calling me a bitch anymore. Uh or calling me a stupid nigger who married a white man. Ay 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 God. Whew. Or calling my children bastards, right? I'm gonna do something to those bastards and the likes. But I'm telling you, man, family can hurt you. They will hurt you the most and expect you to just live with the pain. But I got to a point where I said, I don't care anymore. Call me a cop caller. I don't care. For my mental sanity, for my peace of mind, just leave me alone. I just don't care. But you have to do what's important to you. But I want you guys to know that in this family, though, there are two cop callers, myself and my sister in law. Myself and my sister in law, we are the two cop callers. And my sister in law is at peace now, and so is Winnie. But for the sake of my mother, though, for the sake of my mother, I do hope that her child can get the help that he needs. Because at the end of the day, a mother still remains a mother, right? I remember one time I cried when I showed up there. I went to drop my kids off at my mother's house one day. My PFA was active. I went to drop my kids off one day and my mom was confused. She didn't know what to do. She just passed out. She fell down, she passed out, and they had to bring her back up. I went up there, dropped the kids off, and as I dropped the kids off, guess who was there when I walked in? They didn't tell me he was there. I didn't tell me he was there. I called and I said I was coming. They were aware I was coming. No one told me. Again, this is family. These are Africans. These are blacks. These are things that they do. No one told me about this. Yes, my mom said she wasn't aware. She was upstairs. That when she just came downstairs, she found out that she just saw him there. I snapped. I lost it. I immediately panicked, grabbed my kids, told them, get in the car now. Got in the car. I can recall vividly my aunt came out begging me and saying, your mom is down. I'm thinking to myself, well, my grandmom is in there, my aunt is in there, my stepdad is in there. I stood outside in the car and I waited and waited. I said, did she get back up? She said she wants to see you. I said, I can't go in there. My brother is in there. I can't go in there. There's an active PFA order. I can't. Right? I can't go in there. If I go in there, I'm violating the PFA. And you guys are aware of this. And they kept making me to understand that you can make an exception. No, I can't make an exception. He still doesn't want to see my kids. He doesn't like my kids. He doesn't want to see the sight of me. He says you pull the trigger every time he sees my kids. Like, oh, he's not gonna do that. Those are just mere words. Just words. They're just words. Right? So I left. As I was driving off, I was crying. I look at my kids through the mirror and I'm asking myself, who am I supposed to protect? My mom or my kids? I got home that evening. I called my mother and I asked my mother if she's okay. Hello, Jenny. I called her. I said, are you okay? She said she's hanging in there. My mother never blamed me for anything. But other family members guilt tripped me. Right? They guilt tripped me. They didn't understand why I had to involve the cop in what was supposed to be a family affair. I'm like, a family affair. I'm the one who doesn't sleep at night. My children have nightmares. They don't sleep at night, right? They have nightmares about it. They see him in your dream. This is someone they used to adore and look up to and now wants to kill them. And look at my fire burn. I'm not on drugs, guys. That was just me cooking. I got a burn and now it's peeling. Someone thinks I'm shooting needles. It's a burn from cooking and now it's peeling off. Yeah, so I didn't understand it, and I was at the point where I didn't care. A part of me just didn't care. I didn't want to hurt my mom, but I didn't care. And they were like, you have to care. And I was like, I care about my mom, but I don't care for my sibling. I don't know if that is heartless for me to say. I'm like, these are my kids. I'm supposed to protect them. If I don't protect your interests, who is going to protect your interests? I said, my mother is divided right now. She's torn between two kids. What is she supposed to do? Right? I said, she's torn between two kids. And at that point, she just passed out. She's like, what is she supposed to do? She said, her kids are at war with each other. She can't blame me on one end, but she wishes things were normal. But she can't force me in a situation that she knows it's not safe. Right? Because she's seen it firsthand what happened. He keyed my car, keyed my husband's car, keyed my sister's car. Anyone that was connected to me got attacked. You know. But my sister went nuts. She went nuts. So it's like, but I'm telling you, man, family, 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 family. Mm, family, I'm telling you, sometimes family, but to this day, I still feel for my mother, which is why initially I refused, right? I pleaded with the DA to not give him jail time, to just give him probation. Like, please don't give him jail time. Just give him a miscellaneous. Don't give him a felony. So when he changes his life, he could go to going for felony charges. I was like, don't give him a felony. Just hit him with miscellaneous and give him mental health counseling. But everything came back to bite me in the face. And the DA said, we told you. Right? First letter, show up. When it didn't show up for court. Second one, I told my mom, I said, I'm tired. I said, this is draining. I don't want to deal with it. So the third one, after the second one, they said, this case is no longer between you and your brother. The state of Pennsylvania is taking over the case. So I was just like, okay, good. I don't got to deal with it. I was happy. I was like, I don't have to deal with it. But yet, right, a part of me still feels like I wish I could have controlled the situation, but I can't. I don't know if it's just drugs. The drugs got the best of him, the mental health, but he really seriously does need help. Maybe one day he will get the help he needs, right? As a mother, it's really, really hurtful. It's really hurtful as a parent. Um, for me to make that phone call to press those charges was really hard. I was fighting a husband who was blaming me and saying I failed my children because I won't press charges. And I was telling him, I'm African, I'm black. We don't do that. You don't call the cops on family. You just don't do that. And he didn't understand. He was like, but these are your kids, Winnie. Someone is threatening your kids. Look at them. They can't sleep. They would all come up to my bed like, you can't sleep. You're seeing, you're having nightmares. You know, one, one part of you is trying to protect family. The other part of you is being blamed for not wanting to protect your children, right? To even asking you to pick, if you had to pick, which one would you pick, your family or your kids? It's like, right? Protecting your children's best interest or your family, right? I was just like, oh God. So even telling me if anything would ever happen to one of the kids, I would never forgive you. You and one of them will also make it 6 feet underground. If you don't press those charges. Your mother would say you guys should beat her. Family, I'm telling you, but it's good to protect your kids, right? So I've learned sooner or later that my kids come first, right? My children come first. I don't want to hurt my mother. I never want to see my mother hurt. That's the last person I ever want to see hurt. I never want to see her hurt, but it's very painful. It's very painful as a parent to see your kids at odds. Every parent wants their children to be close, to be just that family bond and family oriented, but it's just people grow up and bad things happen. They get addicted to things and just things happen. Mentality shift, the type of companions, the type of friends you keep. But I don't know. But now my kids are everything to me. My kids first, right? My kids first. I love my mother, my kids, and my mother understands. You understand? Now I protect my kids. I don't play with my kids because it's rather sad that children get targeted. You don't like me, the next thing you do, you target my kids. It's so wrong. Don't like someone and next thing you're going after your kids. But God is our strength, right? If you ever find yourself in a situation like I found myself in, right? Risking your children's life or locking up your family member, I don't know what decision you would make. But whatever choice you make, I hope you're able to go to bed at night peacefully because I'm able to sleep peacefully now. But it was a really, really difficult decision to make. It was really, really difficult. Yeah. Not everyone wants to change. You're very right, Mr. Ward. You're very right. Your kids. Not everybody wants to change. Not everybody. Uh, those 2 years I had so many fights with Kevin. I mean, I have my fights with my husband all the time, but These ones were fights that I felt like I could have controlled, but he just couldn't understand it. He looked at me, he was like, "You kidding me? Do you even know what your priorities are, Winnie?" Right? As a mother, it was questioned because I was torn apart. But life happens. And most often when people don't like you, Jenny, I don't understand, right? There's always this saying, and I don't agree with it. Some people might agree, but I personally don't agree with this saying. People always say, don't bring kids into grown-ups fights. Okay? Like, if the parents don't like each other, if you don't like the parent, right, it has nothing to do with the children. How can you not like me but like my kids? I don't understand that. That part I just don't understand it. And I also experienced it firsthand with my mother. The people that didn't like my mom. But I always say I don't buy my parents' enemies, right? But you should always proceed with caution. I proceed with caution. Always proceed with caution. But I don't understand. You just gotta be careful. I don't like your mama. Huh? You involve your children. Yeah, they can use your children. You know, I feel like they can use your children to get at you. They'll use them to get to you. I just I feel that way, but some people feel like don't involve children in grown-ups conversation. If I'm having an issue with an adult, I don't tell my children, "Hey, don't speak to this person," right? No. I would not do that. If you see them, go greet them. You can say hi, you can say hello, but there's no sleepovers. There's no going over for birthday parties or anything like that until the issue is resolved. But it's not to say my children will not greet you if they see you. If I have a problem with you, you don't have a problem with my kids. If my kids see you, my kids will still greet you. They will still show you respect. You know, but family is a good thing. But you also have to be really careful with some family members. I've come to realize that the people that have caused me the most pain in life, right, are family. Caused me the most pain of family. And I just feel like it just ought to be thrown away out the window. Like the pain they cause is acceptable, sort of thing. Yeah, I also tell my kids to greet. My kids will greet you, they'll give you a hug, but can't come over to your house or anything of that sort because I know deep down you don't like me. You might pretend to like me, but I know you don't like me, and you know you don't like me. The most we do is say hello, hi, bye, but good morning, Yvonne. Hello, hi, bye. So my kids just they can't go over to your house, but they'll show you respect. They'll greet you. My kids will never know we have problems with each other. But another hard thing for me to do was I kept the issue with my brother away from my kids for as long as I could. I never wanted them to know, but he personally made sure they knew that he didn't like them. And they didn't understand it. They came back and they were like, "We spoke to him, he didn't answer. He gave us a dirty look and he told us to get the hell away from him. We're gonna snap our necks." And I was like, "Came and told your dad, your dad." And Kevin is one person, he doesn't play with his kids. He'll do life in prison. He'll go on death row for his kids. But before Kevin serves life in prison for you hurting his children, he'll make sure he gives you a reason to give him life imprisonment. Or if he knows, if you hurt any of his kids, he knows he's going to land him in jail. He will make sure that he does something that you'll forever remember him with too. I like to try to walk away, but he doesn't feel that way. Yeah, see, I'm sorry your baby mother tried to do that to you. Sorry. But I'm telling you, man, family. Your kids, your kids automatically become your enemy too. Hey, she ignores your kids and you ignore her kids. Ah, I've had problems with my sister many, many times, right? But my kids don't go over to her house. If me and her having problems, they won't go over to her house. I have a very distant relationship with my sister, right? We it's a mutual thing. We understand each other, right? It's just it's best that way for my mental sanity and just to avoid us exchanging cursing words. She comes to my house. I don't remember the last time I went to hers, but if the problems are so heated to a point where we don't talk to each other, I don't stop my kids from greeting her. I don't stop my kids from playing with her kids. They go over to grandma's house. They all meet at grandma's house. They're free to play. My sister's kid, Violet, will come over here. She'll play. I don't have a problem with that. But you're something else, Yvonne. Ay, ay, ay. But if we are to a point where we don't talk at that given moment, no, my kids will not go over to your house. But if they go over to grandma's house, I can't tell my kids not to play with your kids. It's still your grandmother. I just let them play because your kids. I see her, I give her a hug. If she sees my kids give her a hug and just let it be that. She said, my kids don't talk to you, they don't. God, and I thought I was cold. Ay, ay, ay. Are you serious? Oh. You posted her daughter and she asked to call your mom and ask you to delete her daughter's picture. See, you shouldn't have done that. You should have respected play the space, right? I won't even do that. Yeah, if we are not in good terms and it's your child's birthday, I won't even bother. I just won't bother. I guess you were trying to yeah, he just ate and sleep. You're making me laugh. You said you should remove it with immediate effect. Move my child's picture off your wall. You were trying to show love, and she said, I don't need your love. You can shove it up. If you're not in good terms, why did you go posting her daughter? Oh, Lord. My mom said, see, I don't tell my kids that. I don't tell my kids not to yep, they think because it's family, you're supposed to let them walk over you. I used to feel that way over the years. I would scream and scream and scream, and I just got to a point where I don't take that anymore. I don't take it from any of my siblings, and they know that I don't tolerate it. And I told them, call me a cop caller, right? We're not going to fight because if we throw fists at each other, you call the cops on me. So if you're going to come, for one thing, my siblings know is that they don't come into my home and disrespect me. Before they used to come into my home, they'll disrespect me, disrespect members of my household, and I won't say anything, right? I would just look at them and they would just walk in, disrespect me, right? And then take things and leave with it. And I would just let it go because why? We're Africans and that's what happens, right? Your sibling comes into your house, they can speak to you rudely, still open up your refrigerator, open up your pantry, take food and leave with it, and you're not supposed to say anything and you can't stop them. And when I would complain, family would tell me, that's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm like, so disrespect is okay? Disrespect is acceptable? I got to a point where I said, you know what? I'm not putting up with it anymore. Mm-mm. I said, I'm not putting up with it anymore. If you're going to come to my doors, you're going to respect me. You're going to respect my household. You're going to respect every member of my household, or don't come to my house. And my house does not miss your presence. My family was like, what? I was like, I respect you, so you're also going to respect me. I don't come to your home to disrespect you, and you don't come to mine to disrespect me. So I had to put those laws in place, right? You see, family, if you continue to allow certain behaviors, right? They say people will only treat you the way you allow them to treat you, right? And that applies to everything. They would only treat you the way you allow it to happen. I used to allow it, but when I stopped allowing it, the disrespect stopped. Even with my in laws, used to allow it. I stopped. I stopped allowing it. And I put my foot down. I said, it's not happening anymore. You can't respect me? Stay the hell away from me. You can't respect me? Don't text my phone. I will block you on every single app that you reach me through. Right? So I started blocking. You're gonna disrespect me? I'll block you from my phone. You can't call me, you can't text me, I'll block you on WhatsApp. If I'm following you on social media, I will block you on every single platform until you learn to show me respect, the same respect I show you. And then when you start to show me respect, I'll go back and I'll unblock you. And it just works that way. People will respect you. They will treat you right if you don't allow your disrespect. If you don't accept your disrespect, I should say, people will only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. That's the only thing that will happen. I stopped it. I respect everybody. Everyone I come across. I respect everybody. See, and you have to be careful, you just have to be really, really careful. In certain situations, my husband used to fight. He's a fighter. Kevin is ready to lift his fist up. He used to be a wrestler. I mean, he grew up on the streets of Philadelphia, right? What Kevin knows how to do, he fights, right? Every little thing, he would fight. And that's how he knew how to defend himself. That's how he knew how to defend his household, right? And that's what got him locked up for 2 years because he fought. Right, you disrespect him, he will fight. He didn't know how to walk away. He didn't know how to call the cops to handle it. He will fight and he will beat you the hell up. So I had to teach him another way of life, right? It's better to be a cop caller and walk away. You have a family now. It's not everything that you fight. Let the police handle it. It's like, oh, like walk away. Walk away. Just call the police and let them handle it. Walk away. You're not a punk. You're not a bitch. Excuse my language for walking away or for calling the police, but you just have to do what is best for you. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me put this boy down. sometimes you just have to walk away. Or I am. I need to go downstairs to my basement. My boiler just went out. I can feel my room and feel the draft just coming. You like a husband that fights? Ah, Jenny, you're crazy. It's not worth it. Believe me, it's not worth it, Jenny, to fight all the time, right? Especially in America. In America, it's not worth it to fight because you go to jail. You hurt someone, if you put your hands on someone first, just simply because they disrespected you, you go to prison. I had to try to lock this door. You go to prison, my dear. Kevin has taken my phone charger upstairs. I need to do two things. Go downstairs, turn the boiler on. It's 8 degrees outside. And then I had to go get my charger. My boiler went out. The basement on room, but this life is just as it is. One just has to be careful. Check on Theo. Theo is fine. American police, you just don't fight, right? You have the right to fight. If someone puts their hands on you, I have 6 chargers and I have to look for a charger for my phone. Can you believe that? Great. My son's room is a mess. He doesn't have a charger in here. 6 chargers, but I don't have a charger for my phone. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see which kid has a charger. Maddie has my slippers upstairs. No wonder I couldn't find it. See what school iPad, see? It's on 16% and it's not even charging. I can't take this one because the school iPad needs charge for school, even though it's my charger. Okay. Let's see if I can take the one that Kevin has. It's on 89%. It's on 89. I need a charger. Your phone's on 89. I need a charger. I'm taking my charger and you're yelling at me for taking my charger. Huh? Huh? How do I buy myself 6 chargers and then I have to beg for a charger? It's ridiculous. When it gets really cold outside, my boiler shuts off. But, okay. Winnie is going to plug this thing in now. Right, it's charging. Now let me enjoy the chit chat. I'm done folding laundry. It wasn't much laundry. My children cleaned, but they didn't do a perfect job, but we're gonna leave it at that. It's charging. Oh, I didn't get a chance to look it up. Let me go get my phone and come look it up and play it. If only you knew by Patti LaBelle. No, I didn't get a chance to look it up. When we ended up the end of the live stream, YouTube doesn't show you the comments. I went looking for the comments again and I couldn't find it. Ah, phone's dead. Okay. My other phone's dead. I thought it was charging, but it's dead. iPad is dead too. iPad is dead. Uh, yeah. Let me type it up so I don't forget to look it up, right? Because the second phone's dead. The second phone's dead. The iPad is dead. If only you knew. I'm gonna freeze. Sorry. I froze the live to go type it up and send it to Kevin's phone as a text. After the live stream, I will look it up. Oh, you don't know you had to argue or fight and you just cry. In the US, you just don't fight like that anyhow, though. You don't want to have a felony. If you're a father, you have children that you provide for, you can't just go around fighting. And that's what Kevin used to do. You fight. He just, I remember one time somebody called me a nigger, right? Someone called me a nigger one time. He lost it and he almost fought. And I went and stood in the middle. I was like, leave him alone. What are you going to do? Fight every person that calls me the N word? He didn't like it. He got so angry. And then he stopped going. Yeah, he didn't like it. I told him, I said, you can't fight every person that calls me the N word. Our very first apartment called me that. I said, oh, effing nigger. You live with those niggers in there? Because my family used to come there and visit. Because that's my girl. That's my child's mother. We weren't married there. I had a daughter for him, just Addie. Addie was the only child I had. Oh, good night, Miss Nasha. I only had Addie for him then when they called me a nigger. He lost it. He almost fought. I said, leave it alone. Leave them alone. You can't go fighting people for things like that. You're allowed to defend yourself, but not like that, Kevin. I know sometimes you just have to call the police and let them handle it. And I've come to realize that sometimes you just have to call the police. Like, we went on a family vacation one time to Disney World. Second family vacation. The first one was just me and my kids and my sister-in-law. And then after that was with it was then with my mom and my siblings. One of my siblings was having problems with me and my husband. Ay, ay, ay. So Kevin doesn't have a problem. He understands if you have a problem with him, don't take it to his kids, right? So the kids were playing. They're on vacation. They're running up and down the steps playing. And this family member was just so grumpy and angry, right? Just grumpy, angry. Told the kids to shut up. Like, my mom's friends' kids were there. So it was Carson, Addie. Maddie was still a little baby then. No, Maddie wasn't born. I was pregnant with Maddie. It was just Addie and Carson running. My niece Violet was running. My mom's friend's child was also running up and down. So they were all playing. Kids were just running up and down the steps, playing, having fun. One of my brothers snapped. He was just so grumpy. He snapped. right? Snapped at them. And when he snapped, always my kids that get the straight bullet, right? Addie and Carson were standing on top of the stairs. He came out and he went up to their faces, right? He came out the room, went up to their faces and told them, I'm going to snap your effing neck. I told you kids to shut it the F up. The kids were shaking and he came up to their faces and said, I am not your parent. I don't care what you're. Like he went off on them. The kids came downstairs. They told my mom who was in the kitchen. My mom did what she could to handle it. They told me and try to keep the cool, right? Try to maintain the cool and I just try to keep the cool. And I was like, I'm sorry that happened. You know, your kids just play down here. Don't go upstairs again. I'm sorry he spoke to you that way. My kids didn't let it slide. Then when I told your dad, my kids told your dad, my niece told her mom snapped because she don't play when it comes to her child. They told your dad was like, have you told your mom? Say yes, we said something to mommy and mommy tried to make peace and she told us not to go upstairs again. But Kevin snapped. Kevin lost it. And I told him, calm down. It's okay. Just, just calm down. We're on a family vacation. My mom and I handled it. Just calm down. He said, okay. And he told my mom, I'll go upstairs and I'm going to talk to him in a calm way. And I'll tell him, look, the kids are on vacation. Just try to talk to him calmly. So Kevin went upstairs with another family member, trying to talk to him calmly to make him understand that it's okay. Sorry if the kids were a little too loud and they made noise. They disturbed your peace. He went off and he started cursing and swearing at Kevin. He said, he said, I don't effing care what you gotta say. What the F you think you're talking to? Why are you standing here? I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told those rugrats, those kids of yours, right? And this is somebody that doesn't have kids yet, okay? I'll tell you what I told those kids. I'm going to snap your necks. And that's when Kevin lost it. He said, for one, you're not going to snap my kids' necks because I'll make sure I snap yours first before you snap your neck. You're their uncle. Come on, man. What are you trying to teach them? He goes, I'm not your effing uncle. I don't even know what conspired, what happened. All I knew was they came screaming downstairs, Winnie, Winnie, Winnie. I'm running upstairs to see what is happening, right? Kevin has my brother by the neck. He gripped him up the neck and he was ready to snap his neck. Kevin gripped him up like in a choke like look. I was like, Kevin, put him down. just put him down. But thankfully there was another family member there that said Kevin was having a conversation with him. Kevin is one person you don't put your hands on him. If you put your hands on him first when he's trying to have a calm conversation with you, he will end it. So the family member stated that he pushed Kevin when Kevin was trying to have a conversation with him, right? So when he pushed him, he grabbed him by the neck, right? Grabbed him. So this is me, pregnant with Maddie, and I'm so sick. And I came upstairs. I'm like, oh no 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 no. Well, he also threatened me when I went up there to say something, right? And Kevin also snapped before that, and I told him it's okay. Olivia said she's pregnant, man. Don't even go there. She's pregnant. She's carrying my child. Don't even go there. She's pregnant. I said, look, leave it alone. But when he pushed him, that's when he lost it. I did not separate it. My mom pleaded. My mom stood in the middle and said, Kevin, please put him down. Put him down. So Kevin put him down. And then he went and called the cops. So your family member called the police, right? And told the police that Kevin grabbed him by the neck, right? He's trying to get Kevin locked up. He told him that how he grabbed Kevin by the neck and blah, 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 blah. The officer called Kevin. They said we rented the guest house. My mom was the one who rented the guest house, right? He had him gripped by the neck, right? On the very, very top on the stairs. And he was ready to snap his neck and throw him off. I'm laughing today, but it's not funny. He was ready to throw him off. Ever since he did that, members of my family, they just did leave him alone. Nobody don't put your hands on him. And when he's ready to fight, he's always fast to tell you. He's always quick to tell you, I am from Philadelphia, man. I'm going to give it to you the Philadelphia way. You want it? Come on. So I was like, come on. I was like, yo, man, come on. It's like, I am from Chester County, Philadelphia. I grew up in the streets, man. Just leave me the hell alone. But, oh, thank you, Mr. Ward. It's been a pleasure talking with you too from New York. So my mom went out, she spoke to the police, and the police asked my mom that, what do you think happened according to everything that went down? And my mom was like, my son put his hands on him first. And he lost it. He said, you're going to support him? And my mother doesn't support wrongdoing, you know. And she said, but you put your hands on him first. He went there to separate the fight. You put your hands on him. I'm not going to stand here and watch you put my grandkids' father in prison. I'm not gonna have you lock him up in prison for something that you did first. You put your hands on him first. You shouldn't have put your hands on him. He came up to have a conversation. You put your hands on him, and then he decided to retaliate. So he grabbed you in a choke slam. Yeah, yeah. The way he picked him up by hand, I was like, whoa. I didn't laugh then, but I'm laughing now. So my mother does not support wrongdoing, right? So the officers are like, okay, fine, this is a family matter, da da da. Long story short, the family member got pissed off, right? And he was like, I'm going home. Do. I'm going home. So he went home. My mom booked him a flight, and he was on the very next flight leaving Florida to Pennsylvania because he went to Disney World in Florida. So he got on a plane flight and he came back home. And to this very day, he doesn't speak to me or my husband. He doesn't talk to me or my husband. And Kevin was like, he's got pride. I'll talk to me. I mean, I couldn't care less if he speaks to me, but he doesn't talk to me. He doesn't talk to my husband. My husband don't care. When he walks in, he tries to carry his straight face. If my mom is having a family gathering, all of us show up there. Just like, but my kids are mean though. They know who your father is and they know who your mother is, right? Um, hello. They know who your father is and they know who your mom is. I'm a peacemaker, right? I like to keep peace. I like to maintain the peace. But my husband is a fighter. And sometimes I beg my children, I said, you know what? It's okay. Just let it go. I'll take care of it. And they'll just look at me like, but mom, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. These kids, man, they just like to go poke at your dad, like, ooh. And then you can see him downstairs looking like, ooh. Kids are so mean. They'll be downstairs looking like, ooh, daddy did that? I'm like, yes, you kids knew he was going to. Like, your daddy did that? Like, you didn't know he was going to do that. You knew he was going to do that, right? But it didn't stop you. It didn't stop you from telling him, right? And he always tells them, mhm, It's 12:27 a.m. He always tells them, if anybody does anything to you, tell me, okay? Tell me. I remember when they went to the Philadelphia game, Eagles game. They went to one game in Philly. They sat down at the football game. Every time the Eagles would score or do something, Addie said she would stand up and jump, right, in excitement, like, yes. And she said there was this man sitting behind her that kept touching her in the shoulder, like smacking her in the shoulder and said, sit down, like, sit down. When she would jump to celebrate, he would smack her and say, sit down. So she came outside and she was telling me, she was whispering it to me. I was like, oh, he did that? He kept smacking you on your shoulder? Oh, good morning, Amelie. I said, I'm sorry, honey, that happened. Did you say anything to your dad? She said, no, I didn't tell daddy anything. I was just afraid I was going to get into trouble. I said, but you had a game. Everyone jumps and you're excited when they score or they make a big play. So Kevin overheard us having the conversation. He said, what happened, Addie? So Addie told her dad what happened. And he was like, ooh, ooh. It's like it's like that Philadelphia and that man is always ready to come out like ooh, ooh. He said, ooh, mother effer is lucky. Ooh. I said, we said, oh, Winnie, he's lucky, man. He's so lucky. Oh, thank his God. He's And then he started yelling at Addie. He said, what did I tell you? Did I not tell you that anyone ever puts their hands on you? Anything. If you're not sure if it's right or wrong, you tell me. I will decide what is right. I'm just like, oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And all of them are like that. Every single member of his family, all of them are like that. Every single one of them. Um, his other brothers, his three sisters, his other one sister is just like Kevin. She don't play. Whew. Ooh, she's like a tomboy, man. She does not play. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey. She does not play at all. My one sister-in-law. Oh, Jesus. When she goes off here, you're just like, whew, whew. They're always ready to fight, man, because they had to fight. You know, these kids had to fight in the streets of Philadelphia, Chester County, like the ghetto. They had to fight to protect themselves. So that's all they know how to do. Fight. You fight to defend yourself. You just fight. Nanny work is above you. Be careful rushing to the market though, so nothing happens to you. Be careful. I'm telling you. Oh, so you have to rush to the market, buy things, come back, and take the baby from your kids before they go to school. Imagine if you had to carry them along with you. Sometimes when I just think about going to the grocery store with Maddie and Theo, I would think about the stress I'm going to go through, right? And I'll just find whatever I have at home to make, and I don't even want to go through all that stress. No, I don't even want to go through all that stress. I'll just find somewhere and sit. Just don't want to go through all of that. But um, fathers are very protective of their children. Mothers are very protective of their children. I don't know, but life as it is, right? Yvonne, come and carry my own two children and add to yours. I lost a big movie. Why can't you put her in your bag so you don't? What if you go and then traffic holds you up? What would you do? What would you do if traffic holds you up? Sometimes when I take my kids to the grocery store and I go there to buy a few things, I will even forget if Theo starts crying because he doesn't want to be in his car seat anymore in the stroller. And Maddie also wants me to put her in her own car seat in to carry her and put her in the shopping cart, right? She doesn't want to go like in the little section where you can sit and put your two legs dangling down. She wants to sit inside where Theo is sitting. And then I asked myself, where am I supposed to put the food at? Right? Where am I supposed to put the food? Then I would beg her and said, okay, Maddie, please, can you sit on this other side? She said, okay. She'll sit there 1 minute, then the next minute she wants to go down. Traffic or gist, no more gist. When it's done gisting. But I guess they're still shoveling snow or they have ice outside. So the kids have a little delay tomorrow. So they're going to school. They have a 2 hour delay. They don't have to leave the house at 8:30. You're leaving at 10:30, meaning I can wake up late to make breakfast. We got that extra 2 hours, but you say, hoo hoo. It's very stressful to take them to the grocery store. Very, very stressful. And then you take them with Maddie, Theo, Addie, and Carson. When I take all four of them, I'm shopping in one aisle. I'm looking for something. Then Addie thinks she's all grown. I want to look around. Addie's nowhere in sight. I'm screaming, Addie, Addie, where are you? I'm right here, mommy. I'm right in the next aisle. I'm okay. I'll be right back. Like, you're not supposed to leave my sight. Stay over here. Find yourself screaming like a mad woman at the grocery store. And then I get Addie. She comes back closer to the shopping cart. Then where's Carson? I can't find Carson. Carson, get over here. What did I tell you, children? Why do I have to keep screaming? Look, nobody listens to me. What is wrong with you? Have you forgotten your manners? Or outside in public? And then I turn around, everyone's looking at me screaming. Everyone's looking at me screaming. And then the kids are just like, Mom, Mom. I was like, see what you just did? Now everyone thinks I'm crazy. Motherhood will make you question whether you're crazy or not. Hey, you see these children of mine. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Lord. I was just laughing like, I was just shouting, shouting, shouting. I said, just leave me alone, man. You people just leave me alone. But kids will definitely make you scream. And then one day all my kids were calmed, right? I managed to make them to behave themselves. I gave them a lecture, right? Before we left the car, I said, if I have to scream just once, no one is eating tonight. We have lots of boxes of cereal at home. We don't have milk, but we're going to do it the old fashioned way. You're going to put cereal in a bowl and you put water in it and you're going to drink it for dinner. And that's what we're going to have. If you don't want water in your cereal, you can eat the cereal dry and drink a cup of water and be thankful you have dinner tonight. So they were like, oh no, we don't want cereal and water. That's gross. I'm like, I need everybody to be quiet. So my kids managed to behave that day. We went into the grocery store, was shopping, and each one of them are quiet, they're calm, they're well behaved. And guess who else was putting up a show? Another woman. There was this mother that had a shopping cart full of kids, right? She came and her two kids were screaming, wah, wah, wah. She's struggling trying to handle both of them, and I just looked at her and I said, thank God it's not me. The mother was just like, ooh. I could see her putting her hands to her head and she was just like rubbing her head and doing this. She was just like, ooh, ooh. She was like, calm down. She's trying to rock the baby, and the other one is holding her legs, screaming, mommy, mommy, mommy. And I was just like, oh, Jesus. I said, thank God the blessings are going around. Everybody gets a taste of this medicine. Oh, Lord. I felt bad for her, though. But I was happy it wasn't my kids. Oh, Jesus. But that's just motherhood, right? Motherhood's not easy. It's not easy. I applaud people when I see them go to the grocery store with kids. It's not easy. Not easy at all. Mm-mm. You go to buy salt and you forget salt and you get something else because the kids will just make you scream, scream, scream. Hmm. I even have a little headache right now because of my kids, right? Because I begged them. Just I asked them to straighten up the house, not beg them. I asked them to straighten up the house. The first 1 hour they were coming to me and giving me complaints. Addie sprinkled water on me. No, I didn't. Carson bumped into me. That's because he started it first. And I'm like, go clean. Carson, leave Addie alone. Addie, leave Carson alone. Okay, as they're walking away, mommy, he didn't listen. She didn't listen. She had an attitude. And you told her to stop having an attitude. I'm just like, oh God. They came back, second complaint. Get away from me. Go do the chores I ask you to do. So uh, you will scream and scream and scream, but I screamed until my head was paining me. I just sat here and I didn't even care. And I told them unless someone is bleeding, nobody should approach me. If I see them coming, is anyone bleeding? No. But mom, is anyone bleeding? No. But mom, if no one is bleeding, stay away from me. And I'm not gonna lie, I was swearing a lot today. I just kept swearing. I kept swearing all day today. I was swearing and swearing and swearing. I said, I'm gonna pound my flesh upon you. When I stomped on you today, a pound of flesh on you. And Kevin just looked at us was like, what? If you think you can do a better job, why don't you discipline them and stop looking at me like that? He said, why the hell are you yelling at me? I said, leave me the F alone, man. I started cussing at him. I was just cursing at him. I said, leave me alone. They're not coming to you to complain. You're complaining to me and not giving me a headache. Look at you. You're over there watching YouTube, you know, just watching football stuff. And here I am dealing with this crap. Ay, ay, ay. Life is funny. But no, motherhood is definitely not for the weak. Oh. They'll make you question whether you're okay mentally for sure, though. That's children for you. You scream and scream and scream, and you come and be asking yourself, am I okay? See? You will just scream and scream and scream. See, you're screaming that they should get ready. How about me will wake my kids up from bed at 7 o'clock and they will not be coming downstairs to 8 o'clock. And even at 8 o'clock, you ask them, are you dressed? No, I'm still getting dressed. What were you doing an hour ago? We're coming. But our parents said we used to do the same thing, right? Did your parents ever tell you that your kids will pay you back one day when you have children? Because my mom used to tell me all the time. My grandmother used to tell me all the time, and I would do things like this. They'll tell me you're a woman, right? One day you'll have children of your own. God will bless you. And the same thing you're doing to me, they will also do to you. and I'm dealing with it right now. I'm screaming. I'm screaming. Hmm. I'm screaming. You have to wait though. I thought that your dancing and singing was a joke. You have to dance and sing to wake your kids up from bed. Your two boys. These kids have gotten the best part of you. They're like, give us some entertainment if you want us to get up and get ready for school. Hey, hey. Mm. Oh, God. Where do you get the strength from to dance early in the morning? Do you just wake up in the morning and you are just energized and pumped up to start dancing? Mm, that's children for you. The best thing to do, Jenny B, is just to look at them. Just look at them. Sometimes I'll just look at them, right? And when I look at them, they'll speak and come close to my face. Addie will be like, "Excuse me, mom, excuse me." And I'll just look at them. I'll look up at her and then just continue browsing on my phone. Mom, I'm talking to you. Mom, mom. Oh, Jesus. Mm. But enough, man. Stories about motherhood, parenting, life in general. It's just so strange. Life is just so strange. You know, life is just so strange in general. But what are you gonna do? You just have to keep moving and keep pushing, and just hope for the best one day. I don't feel like doing any more laundry tonight, so the ones I folded is good. I'm caught up with the ones unfolded. I have a little bit, enough for one load, but I'm not doing it. We'll take care of that tomorrow. I want to try to do a load of laundry every day if possible. If possible, I want to try. But yeah. Yeah, the issue is attention. They just like, I feel like they just like to hear us scream. It's attention you're seeking. Definitely attention. She said, Mama, open it right. I'm used to opening things and giving my kids to eat at Giant and Walmart. These grocery stores. And then I'll take the paper. If they finish it, I'll pay when I get to the register or whatever is left in it. But that store, I don't know how things work there. I don't know if you can just open it and start eating it, then you get to the register and pay for it. So I told Maddie she had to wait though. They kept saying, open it. I'm hungry. I'm like, you have to wait. You have to wait when we get up there, then we'll pay for it before you open it. But such is life. Okay, guys. I can't believe it's 8 degrees outside. Are they calling for more snow? Why is it so cold? 8. 8 degrees outside. Hey. Me opening the door to talk to let Eddie in the house. That was That was the first time I've opened the door today. Yesterday I didn't go out. Didn't go out yesterday because it snowed. Mm-mm. I didn't go out today. Thank God I didn't go because they're calling for 2 hours. But for those who were able to go to work or who had to go to work and had no choice, I hope they all got back home safely. Okay, guys, I'm tired. I've been live now officially for 3 hours. I'm tired. Nope. I used my couch, holding husband tight with the coat. Mm-mm. That's how I ended up with 4 children. I don't want another one. So I'm good with my couch and my blanket. Yeah. Too much heat is not okay. Heat is good, but when too much of it to where you can pass out, one has to be careful. One has to be careful. But all right, guys. I thank you guys all so much for your time, for your attention, and for your viewership. It was good chit chatting with you guys, hearing about life's ups and downs, talking about family, difference in views and opinions, and so forth. It was really nice chit chatting with each and every one of you and learning from your own experiences. It's really nice. Mm-mm. You should hug his blanket though. Maybe once in a while I do my wifely duties. In the meantime, my blanket though. My blanket and my heat is enough for me, sufficient for me. I think I'll even plug in that space heater. Alright, but take care, guys. God bless you all and happy. What day of the week is it now? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye, guys. I'm sleepy. Bye bye. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.